Alright, time to talk some movie news. Robert Downey Jr. has just announced recently that he is no longer under contract to Marvel Studios. It means we may or may not have him for the Avengers 2 or Iron Man 4. It will suck to see him go if that is the case. It is actually bound to happen eventually. I, for one, am looking forward to actually seeing the new person to play Tony Stark. It would be eventually the first film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to have a new star in place of the title character. And it will not be a reboot. Thank God. I'm tired of damn reboots when they're not necessary. On the flip side, you can't really blame the guy. He's been under debt with Marvel via contract for 4 or 5 films, something like that. He's played in a lot of movies. 3 Iron Mans and Avengers, on top of the Incredible Hulk, and he had also mentioned that he blew a knee or ankle out doing the stunt that 10 years ago he would have done just fine. If you actually look at the Iron Man 3 premiere photos, there's a lot of people there, not just from Iron Man, even Kat Dennings was there from Thor. So it looked like it could have been a potential farewell party. Speaking of Thor, Thor 2 trailer just came out. Teaser trailer, excuse me. Didn't look too bad. Sure, they'll explain some things like how in the hell he got back to Earth again, but Thor's actually in it this time, whereas he wasn't really in it so much in the first movie. The action looks really interesting. Kind of looking forward to it. Thor's never a character I particularly cared for, but I will no doubt be seeing this. Zack Snyder has recently said that Man of Steel will not be Superman in 3D. It'll be an option. You can see it in 2D or 3D. Not sure really how much he knows about movies at this point, because a lot of the movies here, while we have gotten them in 3D, we have also been denied, while we have gotten them in 2D, we have also been denied 2D. So we may or may not get stuff in 2D. I just think he should think more before he speaks on that kind of stuff. GhostBusters 3, Dan Aykroyd has just said that it could be filmed as early, or started filming as early as January of next year. I will believe that when I see it, just like the Justice League. I will definitely see it if it comes out, but I'm not holding my breath. And to have Bill Murray, it's not necessarily Bill Murray that won't be there. I mean, he probably won't, but it's the fact that any of the 4 cast members, the main 4, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Hill Ramis, and Ernie Hudson, any of those guys not being in there, that is just not going to be the same movie. Michael Bay's picking up some heat because he said something about The Rock not wrestling 300-pound men. As much as I think The Rock is a giant douchebag, and Michael Bay is a lying sack of shit too, watched the video, seemed like a joke to me. And now on to J.J. Abrams, who commented on whether or not he could be directing Star Trek 3, which is entertaining as shit because he's directing Star Wars Episode 7. Cannot wait for that. Disney, please buy the rights back from X-Men and Spider-Man and Fantastic Four. You can do it. You can buy Marvel, you can buy Star Wars, and you can talk about buying Hasbro. Please get these rights back. Anyway, he is not sure if he's actually going to direct Star Trek 3, which would suck because the second one looks really awesome. The first one is great. You don't even have to be a Star Trek fan to enjoy it. That's all you got. Time to watch it.